Also, why the fuck would I take my dad there? My dad... Okay, my dad doesn't get embarrassed being in like, for example, like a tea cafe full of like old grannies and women. Like, he's a girly like that. But for some reason, he will get a little embarrassed if he goes to like anywhere that's weeby. When I say weeby, I mean like anything that like looks like it could be like anime related. He doesn't want to be there. Like, he has made it very clear that he's ashamed of tagging along with me. Like, if I ever want to go to like Animate, which is like this store that sells anime products, he will never go in. He's like, I'm too old. This is for kids. And I'm like, there's literally I literally just saw a 50-year-old like walk out of there with like a fucking, I don't know, like a fucking manga in his hand. And he's like, yeah, that's not me. I'm cooler than that. And I look at him like, your daughter is a 2D anime girl. And he's like, you live your own life and I live mine. That's what he always says. He's always like, you live your life and I'll live mine. I'm like, look, there's no shame in liking anime. And he's like, I never said that. I just don't want to go in. And I'm like, bruh, just come into the anime place with me. I want to show you. I want to show you something. I remember I showed him. I remember I did kind of drag him into one. And he was very hesitant to follow me, but he did. Because I guilt trip him. And I saw my my Nui, and I saw Petra's Nui. And I was like, look, Dad, because my dad has met Petra, right? So I was like, Dad, look, this is me and this is Petra. And my dad like looked at the two Nuis and he was like, I can't see a difference. I'm like, bruh. Look, Petra has like black and yellow hair and I have like blue and platinum blonde hair. And he's like, no, I can't see a difference. Which one's you? And I'm like, I can't tell if you're joking or not, low-key. But he's like, I really can't tell the difference. You all look the same. And I was like, bruh, like, oh my god. I mean, next time I go to your workplace, I'm just gonna say the same thing. But then you're gonna think that I'm like, you know. But I can't say that back and apply it to real people because then that's more wrong for some reason. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all... How do we look the same? We literally had, like, have different colored eyes, and he couldn't tell. He was just like, you guys look the same. And I was like, bruh. And then he was like, which one's Millie? And I was like, this one. And he's like, why does Millie look exactly the same? And I was like, and then he was like, which one's Alira? And I was like, this one. He was like, okay, Alira's blue. And I was like, okay. So, like, I guess he can maybe remember, like, colors, but, yeah. You can't tell us apart. It's weird. I'm running through the meadow. Flowers that speak to me.